Most players hear aim training and think it is just clicking dots faster or grinding random scenarios until their score goes up. So they load into an aim trainer, play whatever looks fun, and hope that their numbers increase over time. The problem is that aim training is not random practice. It's built on a few core categories, and if you don't understand what each one actually trains, you will definitely end up wasting most of your training time. Aim has 3 core categories: clicking, tracking, and target switching. I'll cover what each one trains, what games they matter most in, and how they actually push your aim forward over time. I'll also make sure you understand how to stop wasting hours on things that do not matter in real games. For context, I'm currently top 200 in the finals, and I've helped my team reach 2nd place across all USA colleges in Valorant. The first category is clicking, which is what most people think aim training is. Clicking is your ability to move your crosshair to a target and land a precise shot, usually as fast as possible. This is the core skill behind flicking, one-taps, and fast corrections. Clicking trains your speed, precision, and your ability to stop your mouse exactly where you want it instead of overshooting or undershooting. Clicking matters the most in games like Valorant or Counter-Strike, where fights are often decided in a single headshot. In those games, being able to land a clean first shot quickly is one of the most important skills you can build. If your clicking is weak, you will constantly lose fights even if your positioning is good, because you cannot convert opportunities into kills. But clicking is also where most players make mistakes. They focus only on speed and ignore control. They try to go faster and faster, which leads to overshooting, shaky corrections, and inconsistent accuracy. What actually pushes your skill forward is controlled speed. You want to move fast, but only as fast as you can stay accurate. If you lose control, you're no longer training aim. You're training bad habits deeper into your muscle memory. The second category is tracking, which is your ability to follow a moving target smoothly over time. Instead of snapping to a target once, you're staying on the target as it moves, which requires constant control and adjustment. Tracking trains smoothness, stability, and your ability to control your mouse over longer periods instead of quick bursts. Tracking matters most in games like Apex Legends, Overwatch, and the finals, where enemies are constantly moving and fights last longer. In those games, staying on target matters more than landing one perfect shot. If your tracking is weak, you might land the first shot, but you will still lose fights because you cannot stay on the target consistently over time. A lot of players struggle with tracking because they try to react to every tiny movement instead of doing one big smooth motion. They essentially make constant micro corrections, which creates shaky aim and instability. Good tracking is not about reacting faster. It's about staying calm and letting your mouse move smoothly with the target. You might have heard this before, but slow is smooth and smooth is fast. The smoother your tracking is, the more consistent your damage will be. The third category is target switching, which is your ability to move between multiple targets quickly and efficiently. This is what happens when you kill one enemy and immediately need to move to another, or when multiple enemies are on your screen at once. Target switching trains your ability to reset your aim quickly and control transitions between targets. Target switching matters most in fast-paced games like Call of Duty or Battlefield, but honestly, this skill shows up in any team-based FPS game. If your target switching is weak, you might win your first duel, but lose a second because your aim falls apart during the transition. This category is often overlooked, but it is one of the most important for real game performance. Most fights are not clean 1v1 situations. They involve multiple threats, and your ability to move cleanly between targets determines how much impact you can have in a fight. Strong target switching makes your aim feel fluid instead of segmented. Let's bring in Little Timmy versus Chat to help explain this a little bit better. Little Timmy loads into an aim trainer and plays random scenarios every day without understanding what he's training. One day he does clicking, the next day tracking, then something else entirely. But there's no structure behind it. He focuses on high scores instead of skill development, and he does not think about how any of it applies to his actual games. Over time, he improves slightly, but his in-game performance lacks consistency because his training lacks direction. Chad approaches aim training with intention. He understands what each category does, so he trains clicking when he wants better first shot accuracy, tracking when he wants smoother control in longer fights, and target switching when he wants better multi-target performance. He's not chasing scores. He's building specific skills that directly transfer into his game. Because of that, his improvement feels more consistent and more noticeable in real matches. When you look at all 3 categories together, they're not separate skills. They're parts of the same system. Clicking handles fast and precise shots. Tracking handles sustained accuracy, and target switching connects everything together during real fights. If you're weak in even a single one of these skills, your aim will feel inconsistent because there's a gap in your system. This is also why aim training actually works when done correctly. It isolates specific parts of aiming so you can improve them faster than you would in game. But if you do not understand what you're isolating, you end up doing a lot of work without clear results. Aim training is only effective when it is intentional. If you want a way to apply this, keep it basic. Spend some time on clicking to build precision, some time on tracking to build smoothness, and a bit of time target switching to connect everything together. You do not need to overcomplicate it. What matters is consistency and understanding what you're actually training. Aim training is not about grinding random scenarios or chasing high scores. It's about building the core parts of your aim in a structured way so they can actually transfer into your real game. Once you understand clicking, tracking, and target switching as pieces of the same system, your practice becomes more focused and your aim starts to feel like something you can control instead of something you hope works. Currently, 95% of my viewers don't bother subbing to the channel, and every sub really means a lot for a channel of my size. Thanks a lot for considering. Peace.